CBIZ is celebrating its 20th anniversary, spending the day at the New York Stock Exchange. I'm here with the CEO, Jerry Grisko. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you as well, Rhonda.
And congratulations.
Thank you so much.
One interesting aspect about your company is that you love to grow by acquisitions. You are a serial acquirer, if you will. Will next year be any different?
Well, we've had a great deal of success in acquisitions. We've made about 52 acquisitions since 2002, so we target 3 to 5 acquisitions a year. We've completed 4 already this year. We would expect next year would be at least that volume. We're advising or working with outside advisors to increase that volume, look at larger transactions, look at transactions in different segments of our business. So we would expect at a minimum that we'd continue our 3 to 5 acquisitions a year.
Now you have a good pulse on what's happening actually in the economy. We saw yesterday the Business Roundtable, a survey of CEOs of larger companies, kind of feeling a little about the economy. What are some of these small and medium-sized businesses telling you about the economy?
That's a great question. You know, we track all that data, and a lot of times what you hear is a reflection of larger companies that have international exposure, they have exposure to oil and gas, exposure to areas of the business that our small middle market businesses oftentimes don't have. So what we're hearing in the small middle market segment is that a large percent of them have a great deal of confidence in their local economies. A nice percentage of them, 79 or 69% of them, have a high degree of confidence in our national economy. And as a result of those things, they're making investments in small middle market businesses. They're making investments that larger companies are pulling back on right now. So as we go office to office, we see a great deal of activity. We're seeing more RFPs, we're seeing more investments by our clients, and so it's actually quite encouraging.
And how about hiring?
I would say the same thing. We have a small business index that's really tracked by our payroll company. That represents about 4,000 companies with fewer than 300 employees. On that note, hiring was up. The data showed us hiring was up really from February to June, down a little bit in July and August, but we think that that'll rebound kind of coming out of the summer season.
What do you think is going to happen after the presidential election? You get any hesitation from these companies? Are you hearing anything at all? Like, let's just wait to see what might change if Congress changes, if new policies come out.
I think, of course, that's always going to be there in any presidential year, and particularly coming off of a two-term president, there's a lot of uncertainty as to what's going to happen in the market, and our clients are no different than general businesses in that regard. So yeah, I think there's always a little bit of concern, but I believe, as I indicated earlier, there's a greater deal of confidence and enthusiasm as to the opportunities that are in the market, and we're seeing that with our customers and our clients. And
you're certainly finding your own opportunities, but I'm wondering what your risks are. What potentially do you see as a roadblock that stands in the way of growing earnings and revenue?
You know, we've been at this a long time. We're having our 20th anniversary. We have a long history of growing our top line and our bottom line. The only thing that generally takes us off track is if we have a general overall recession in the broader markets. We're not industry constrained or specific, geography specific, so we don't have a lot of exposure to a particular industry or client group that would really derail our growth. Overall market conditions, of course, impact everybody.
Jerry Grisko, CBIZ, great chatting with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rhonda. Pleasure being with you.